Hi, Twin Flame family. My name is Melanie. I'm an empath, an intuitive, and a twin flame. And I just want to bring you some current energies. What is currently blocking the connection? What are certain blocks within you that need to be healed? Let's get started. Okay. So, God, Source Divine, what is it that the twin flames need to know to be able to love themselves more, to remove subconscious blocks? Okay, so the first one is feeling pain and learning life lessons. So if you're feeling pain right now, it's there for you to learn and grow. It's there for you um, to maybe see things in a different perspective, to maybe to get to the next level. So you might be going through a tower moment right now where you're being triggered. That's okay. Find out where that's coming from. How do you heal it? How do you recreate that story? How can you move past it and take the positives out of it? Jealousy and abandonment. So, do you feel jealousy? Have you felt a lot of jealousy in your life? If you have, that stemmed from abandonment issues from your childhood. So, definitely go back into that inner child, find out when you felt abandoned by your parents, heal and recreate that story. Okay, so what else would you like the twin flames to know? Okay. Putting their needs over yours, scared of losing them, rejection, abandonment. So there it is again, jealousy and abandonment. So definitely stemmed from inner child wounds. This kind of reminds me of what Sophia talks about in one of her programs, overcompensating, the 7-day inner child program. If you're constantly putting your needs over your own, like other people's needs over your own, that's overcompensating. It's because you're scared of losing them. You're scared that you're going to be rejected. You're scared that you're going to be abandoned. That stems from inner child roots. That's something that needs to heal and recreate, or you're constantly going to be repeating that pattern. And then you're constantly going to be in fear. Fear is not a good place to be. Fear is stemmed from childhood. Recreate that story, heal that inner child so that way you could be free. Feeling rejected, ignored, and not loved. This is what has caused codependency. So lots of codependency. So if you didn't feel loved by your parents, if your parents were always working, or if they were mean to you, if you experienced a lot of verbal abuse, physical abuse, emotional abuse, that is what has caused codependency. Were you ignored a lot? Were you rejected a lot? These are things that need to be healed. That way, that wound can no longer affect you. Distract yourself when you're feeling pulled towards them. You know, if you're constantly feeling that pull, accept it, appreciate it, understand it, approve it, okay? And then go do things that make you happy. Go follow your bliss. Go follow your joys, okay? Because when you follow your joys and you follow your bliss and you're creative, it will overpower that pull that you have with them, okay? But don't judge yourself. It's okay, okay? It's okay. Just go and do something else that makes you happy. Self-criticism. So are you talking bad about yourself? Are you judging yourself? Are you having negative self-talk? I would highly recommend catching yourself and replacing it with something positive. Catching yourself and maybe asking, where is this coming from? Why am I talking bad about myself? Try to find the root and recreate that. Not realizing it was abuse. So I think I talked about this yesterday. You know, we grow up in an environment, not realizing it was abuse. Were you verbally abused? Were you put down? Were you emotionally abused? Were people constantly making you feel guilty? Those are all signs of abuse. No matter what the other person said or justified it, abuse is abuse. Don't know who you are. I went through this a couple weeks ago. Like, who am I? So every day I started writing down positive things about myself, things that I did that made me feel good, things that I did that made other people feel good. I started remembering things that people would say about myself. I started creating a list. And then it's part of kind of like self love. And the more I did that, I remembered who I was. And not knowing who you are is stemmed from inner child wounds, being put down a lot. Resentment. Are you feeling resentment? Are you resenting people? I would highly recommend healing and recreating that story. I have a meditation that is healing resentments and grudges that you're holding against people. It actually helps you completely recreate that story. Highly recommend it. It's just basically whatever's going to bring you peace is how you heal that resentment. Even if you have to visualize a scenario of them apologizing, it doesn't matter. Bring yourself that peace, recreate that story, and then pray for them. Pray that God, Source Divine, helps them, set them free, and then move on. Hopelessness. Are you feeling hopeless? That's a sign of depression. Where is that coming from? Heal that inner child. Go do everything that makes you feel joy, happiness, and peace. That's what's going to help you pull yourself out of that. Darkness needs to leave so light can come in. The more you heal and remove that negativity, more light can come in. Your crown chakra and your third eye chakra opens up. You start getting wisdom, guidance, and clarity. Feeling rejected. Heal a childhood wound. Again, I'm sensing a lot of rejection. I'm sensing codependency. I'm sensing, not loving yourself. It's okay. If it's there, it was there for a reason for you to learn, to grow, to heal it, to love yourself. Okay? So I hope that this was helpful. If you need any insight to your story, my services will be below. Thank you for being a part of my page, and I will be posting soon about my update reading with my person, and then also just kind of where I am with my journey, and I'm going to be posting something about the Akashic records that I did yesterday. So I hope you have an amazing day, and I want to wish you so much love and light.